Reacher muscles out Invincible and Gen V as Amazon's top 2023 title across all movies and television shows available to watch on Prime Video. Amazon's most popular title of 2023 is the hit series Reacher. On social media, Amazon Studios announced that Reacher is the #1 title on Prime Video across all movies and series worldwide. It was quick to reach the achievement, as the series just premiered its first 3 episodes on December 15. These 3 episodes alone were enough to shoot Reacher up to the top coming into the end of the year, as the news comes days ahead of the premiere of Episode 4. The second season will conclude on January 19, potentially setting a very high bar for other shows and films to try and match for the rest of 2024. A new cast joins Alan Ritchson in Season 2, with Jack Reacher always on the move. A new supporting cast was introduced in Season 2, though Ritchson was joined by Maria Sten, reprising her role as Frances Neagley. Newcomers making up the Season 2 cast of supporting players include Serene DeSwan, Inhumans, as Carla Dixon, Sean Sipos, The Vampire Diaries, as David O'Donnell, Ferdinand Kingsley, The Sandman, as A.M., Robert Patrick, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, as Shane Langston, Dominic Lombardozzi, Oz, as Guy Russo, and Shannon Kook, The 100, as Tony Swan. On the new cast of characters for Season 2, Ritchson recently told Variety, "The cast of the first season set the bar so impossibly high for any other characters coming into the show. It almost feels like there's a bittersweet betrayal by us enjoying a different adventure. But I think when people see what Reacher is like around his chosen family, they're going to fall in love for different reasons." Ritchson doesn't seem to be too far off with that assessment, as fans and critics are enjoying the new episodes. Even so, Ritchson has also said he hopes to revisit some of the popular characters from Season 1, so perhaps there may be some reunions in the future of the series. For now, viewers will have to see what's next for Jack and his new pals in Reacher Season 2. Reacher is streaming on Prime Video with new episodes dropping every Friday. In 2023, Amazon Prime Video solidified its standing as a key player in the streaming wars by offering a slate of high-octane series that kept audiences hooked. The fight for the crown among its offerings was fierce, but ultimately one show emerged victorious: Reacher. The gritty, action-packed adaptation of Lee Child's beloved Jack Reacher novels muscled out even the formidable competition of animated superhero sensation Invincible and the much-anticipated The Boys spin-off, Gen V, to claim its spot as Amazon's most watched and talked about series of the year. In a landscape crowded with superheroes and anti-heroes, it was Reacher's raw, grounded action and charismatic lead that cut through the noise and captivated viewers. The rise of Reacher from the outset, Reacher was positioned to be a breakout hit. Based on the wildly popular book series by Lee Child, Reacher had a built-in fanbase eagerly awaiting a faithful screen adaptation. After the middling reception to Tom Cruise's take on the character in the 2012 and 2016 films, audiences were hungry for a version of Jack Reacher that truly captured the hulking, relentless force of nature described in the books. Enter Alan Ritchson. Standing at 6'2", with the physicality of an MMA fighter, Ritchson embodied the role in a way that instantly silenced critics. His Reacher was a towering, brooding figure, a man of few words but incredible presence, just as readers imagined him. From the moment Ritchson's Reacher walked into the small, crime-ridden town in the show's opening scenes, it was clear that this adaptation would be different. The fight scenes were brutal, choreographed with an intensity that made every punch feel impactful, and the storytelling, though simple, focused on delivering edge-of-your-seat tension with a noirish undertone. Reacher was also helped by its tight pacing. With 8 episodes, the show avoided the filler that can bog down other series. Instead, it delivered a lean, muscular narrative that kept viewers coming back for more. The show's structure allowed the mystery at its heart to slowly unravel, while letting Reacher dismantle the criminal underworld piece by piece, in increasingly creative and satisfying ways. The audience responded in kind. Reacher became a word-of-mouth phenomenon, with viewers praising not only Ritchson's magnetic performance, but also the show's commitment to old-school action. It was a throwback to 80s and 90s action heroes, with just enough modern flair to feel fresh. The character's lone wolf, vigilante justice appealed to fans tired of convoluted superhero mythologies and endless CGI battles. Jack Reacher didn't need a cape or special powers. He just needed his fists, his wits, and his unwavering sense of justice. Invincible, a worthy contender while Reacher dominated the action thriller space, it had formidable competition in Amazon's animated superhero series, Invincible. Based on the graphic novel by Robert Kirkman, The Walking Dead, Invincible took a different approach to superhero storytelling. It combined the genre's traditional tropes with a darker, more violent twist that shocked audiences in its debut season and left them eagerly awaiting more in 2023. Invincible follows Mark Grayson, a seemingly normal teenager whose father, Omni-Man, is the most powerful superhero on Earth. As Mark comes into his own powers, he learns that being a superhero isn't just about fighting bad guys. It's about grappling with moral ambiguity, the weight of responsibility, and, in Invincible's case, the horrifying secrets of those closest to him. The show became a hit not just for its high-flying action and jaw-dropping twists, but for its surprisingly emotional core. It explored family dynamics, father-son relationships, and the burden of legacy in a way that resonated deeply with audiences. Add to that the stunning animation and intense, often brutal fight sequences, and it was clear that Invincible had carved out its own niche in the superhero genre. Though Invincible's second season in 2023 was widely acclaimed, it didn't quite capture the mass appeal of Reacher. The animated format, while beloved by fans of the genre, kept it from crossing over into mainstream audiences the way live-action series often do. Still, Invincible held its ground as a critical darling, and its impact on Amazon's content strategy cannot be understated. The show proved that there's a significant audience for mature, nuanced superhero storytelling, setting the stage for future genre-blending hits. Gen V, The Boys Are Back in Town. Another major contender in Amazon's 2023 lineup was Gen V, the highly anticipated spin-off of The Boys. Set in the same universe as the wildly successful original series, Gen V shifted the focus from corrupt, celebrity-like superheroes to a group of young, superpowered students navigating the morally bankrupt world of Godolphin University. Gen V was praised for its fresh perspective and exploration of themes like power dynamics, corporate greed, and identity. By centering on college-age characters, the show tapped into a younger, more diverse demographic while still maintaining the sharp, satirical tone that made The Boys such a hit. Its mix of irreverent humor, graphic violence, and social commentary kept fans engaged, but much like Invincible, it didn't quite have the widespread crossover appeal of Reacher. Despite its success, Gen V ultimately faced a challenge similar to that of Invincible, the saturation of the superhero genre. With so many superhero shows and films competing for attention, Gen V struggled to distinguish itself in a crowded field. While it resonated deeply with fans of The Boys, it didn't manage to break out into the mainstream in the same way that Reacher did. Why Reacher won 2023? So, why did Reacher win out over two beloved superhero shows? The answer lies in its simplicity. While Invincible and Gen V were complex, multi-layered stories exploring deep themes within the superhero genre, Reacher was a return to basics. It offered a straightforward, high-octane action experience that didn't require viewers to keep track of sprawling universes, lore, or moral ambiguity. It was pure escapism, anchored by a larger-than-life hero who solved problems with his fists and brains, rather than superpowers. Moreover, Alan Ritchson's magnetic portrayal of Jack Reacher gave the show a star power that neither Invincible nor Gen V could match. Ritchson brought a level of physicality and intensity to the role that elevated the material, turning what could have been a generic action series into